USA, Canada, Switzerland, and the rest of the world, Supersonic's money transfer has got you covered. With the largest payout network in the Gambia, you can now receive your monies anywhere you are, from Kartong to Koina, with less hassle. Yes! You can receive monies from your family and friends in UK, Europe, USA, Canada, Switzerland, and the rest of the world with our safe, secure, fast, and convenient service that offers you the largest selection of payout locations in the Gambia. Supersonic's money transfer. We are currently in 34 African countries and counting, giving you quality money remittance services that are second to none. Visit the Google Play Store or the Apple Store today to download the Supersonic's money transfer app and enjoy excellent money transfer services only with Supersonics.
Let's take your time. Sworn declaration form. We have some documents here. Hold these ones. This another document from here. Hold this one. Okay, hold it, put it, take it out. Income tax clearance. Are you an employee?
Yeah, I'm employee.
You have a leave of absence?
Yeah, I have a leave of absence.
Your campaign ethics, you sign that part. Where the code of conduct, you sign that part with you. It may be in one of, that top one. Yes, that the second one. Yes. Check whether you sign it. If you don't sign, you can sign it up there just now there. Just take a pen and you just write your name and sign. Do you have a party sponsorship letter? Your photo symbol. It's one symbol, one picture. It's fine for us. Do you have any draft of your campaign itinerary? Oh, okay. You can sign for me and dates. Let me have that envelope, and you can take the rest of your document from here. Let me have that and put all your this thing. The receipt. You can return that one too. Now, Mr. Yankoba, we have received your listing, but we have been not give you the acceptance right now based on this one, because we're going to check every bit and piece of these nominees with our team inside. And maybe by tomorrow, we'll give you whether your nomination is accepted. But presently, we're going to fill the receipt of it. Huh? Tomorrow, we'll give you a call for you to come and receive your acceptance.
That's fine.
Yes. Okay. What's the time now? See the time with you. What's the time with you right now?
Hey, I can do the time.
Stamp it.
Twenty-four, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49. All right. 50, check. 50 multiplied by
Yes.
That's going to be 400, right? Yeah. 50 translator.
That's going to be 400, I guess.
400.
Okay.
Plus one, that's going to be 400.
Yeah. Okay. No problem. Okay. As I said, we will check them in the system for the whole day. You know, that's what we're going to be. Our job is going to be. So tomorrow we are going. No. So call me the Jara is team. Who the Jara is team? Okay. Then call your guys, get into the system, huh? Please. The whole day, that's your job, huh? Please. Okay. Congratulations. So this is your receipt. We have received your nomination back based on pending on what is going to be the outcome of it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
All right. A pleasure.
As you can see, I'm very much grateful. First of all, I'll be saying Alhamdulillah. Thanks to the Almighty Allah who gave us that opportunity to be here today. Now, as you can all see, the documents have been submitted, and we are anticipating to receive a positive response from the IC, since all the required documents that they were requesting for are all in place. So in a nutshell, we have our development agenda, and I guess when the campaign begins, we'll deal with those agendas. Yeah.
And my next question is, why do you want to apply for the MP parliamentary position?
Yeah, thank you very much.
Do you feel being a young person also getting early votes?
All right, thank you so much for the question. The reason why I want to be an MP is because I'm from a particular constituency, and I believe every respective person in a constituency should be aiming toward how to develop that particular constituency. As you can see, we are a constituency of where you have youthful age, and then I'm part of that youthful age, and I believe it as a chance, despite the fact that I'm working in a different area, but I believe it as a challenge to be able to at least contest and see what I can do for my constituency.
What is one thing that inspires you? Like, for example, what is the agenda in all these issues happening in the country? Is it education, agriculture, health? Which are the areas that really motivate you to say, okay, I want to go and change this?
Okay, thank you very much for that question as well. As you can see, all these factors that you have mentioned are very constraints, to the people that we have in our area. The area where we are from, these factors that you have mentioned, or these areas that you have mentioned, these are general problems. If you talk about education, agriculture, and all those sorts of, these are problems. So generally, we'll be dealing with all these problems, individually, inshallah. So they are all, factors that motivated me, to go in for this, parliamentary election. Yeah. Yeah, Madam, thank you so much for that. This is my first time of contesting. Yeah.
So what will you tell people out there who are watching you from the district, who will be watching you from the district?
All right.
What should they know? Why should they vote for you? Why should they elect you?
Okay, thank you very much for that question. The reason why the people should know that I'm contesting and what should motivate them to vote for me is there is only one thing that I want them to understand. That is, parliamentary and presidential are having some kind of a difference. If you look at the president, he is there for the whole country, and as you can see, we are all expecting for him to develop, our respective areas. But the reason why my particular constituency to look at my area, to look at me as a candidate and vote for me to become in office, is because as a constituency, parliamentary, as you can see, many people in different areas will contest. And what we call as the national cake, when the budget is drawn, what we call as the national cake, that is the amount that is allocated for which the consequences, are, or which the country is supposed to use. So all the respective candidates are supposed to be there to get something from that cake that has been, identified to develop their respective, consequences. So I believe, that is, one of the factors that my people should understand, that consequence development, depends on the parliamentary members that are put into that office. Because, as you can see, the president is there to take care of the whole country, but the respective candidates, have to struggle enough to sustain the livelihood of their people in their respective consequences. Yeah, you're welcome.
joxe ay nomination papers fii ci independent electoral commission nekk ci biir Mansa Konko donc ak nit yi nga xam ne ñoo ko bindee so ñu the first candidate bi nga xam ne tey moom submit la li nga xam ne moo nekk documentam so ñu ne ko fii ba ëllëg incha allah dinañ ko oo pour waxtaan accept na li nga xam ne moo nekk nomination but as for now submit na everything li nga xam ne loolu la IEC te ko so gis nañ ko moom ndaw la nga xam ne ñu ngi bàyyi ko from Jara is constituency so believe na ne is the right partner nga xam ne moo represent his people foofu ci National Assembly nga xam ne moo nekk citizen alliance CA so gis ngeen ak nitam nga xam ne moo ko bindee fii donc di Yakuba Sane submit la li nga xam ne moo nekk ay document tamit fii ci independent electoral commission bu nekk fii ci biir Mansa Konko so tey on the 6th moom moo nekk di président bi nga xam ne ñëw na submit ay document tam fii ci independent electoral commission gis nga ko he goes by the name Momodu Dem. Yes. The GDC candidate. So as you can see.
اللهم صل وسلم على سيدنا مولانا so you're back. Can you send somebody to bring it? We want to prove this one fair. Can I have the field documents of your where you write your names, your okay. You have your cash deposit of $5,000. $5,000. Just check it. That's okay. You have your 300 nominees. They have gone for it. Okay. This one, we will receive it, but we will, based on the pending of our investigation from our team inside, they will check every bit and pieces. So whatever the results is, maybe by tomorrow, we'll give you that information about it. But we'll take care of it. Sworn declaration, assets declaration. Income tax clearance. You have a leave of absence.
Leave of absence.
Are you employed?
No, right now.
You are not working.
I'm not working.
Okay. Code of campaign ethics. You sign it. Party sponsorship letter. You have your symbol. Photo 1. Only one is fine. Okay. You have a campaign itinerary. Yeah, you have seen it. I've marked it already. Sign the part for me. Sign this part also. So, Mamalu, your nomination is being received, but pending on the verification that we're going to do with these ones, because we're going to check all the names that are put here, the signatories. We're going to check their names in the system. Maybe by tomorrow, if we are fully qualified and your nomination is accepted, we will call you to come and collect your nomination acceptance. But meanwhile, pendingly, we have already received, and all the requirements that we are asking for it has been met. But pending on this one now, and public scrutiny also is going to go simultaneously. So based on that, by tomorrow, we will be able to give you the feedback of what is going to be the outcome. Then congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm fine.
first, we want to engage you on why do you choose to stand for parliamentary elections? For an MP.
Thank you so very much. It's a pleasure meeting some of you. People like Memuna and Usman, you know me very well. We are in the same field. So the reason why I want to contest as a National Assembly member is to, serve my people in and provide them with the needs that they are yearning for. I've been in the service, of my people for quite a long time, but because as a journalist, you cannot be doing certain things without considering your people. So, but I think our constituency, Jara, is for far, they have been there for a long time without getting proper representation. As I'm speaking right now, farmers are experiencing so many things, especially, with the selling their groundnut. They are finding it very difficult to sell their groundnut for the fact that, one of the sectors that we have within our community is no longer functioning. So it is part of my agenda, at least to help, revive or restore that sector whereby, people can easily sell their products without having any hindrance. Because we all know it's not easy to farm. So at the same time, if you farm and you have to, use money against to sell your products, so I don't think that is that is good. So to my own opinion, if you see most of these things are happening, is because the constituency is not getting the proper people to represent them. So my agenda is to transform the constituency and also help them to have better living conditions. As we all may know, the primary responsibility of a lawmaker is to make law. But it's not only limited to that. You can also come up with your own initiative whereby you can improve the life of your people and their livelihoods. Thank you.
Well,
Yes.
Is it that you people from Jara West actually came to talk to you about representing them in the parliament, or you talking to why to represent your people in the parliament?
Yeah, point of correction. It's not Jara West, but it's Jara East. Yeah. Yeah, actually, just I can give you a synopsis of how things came about. Shortly after the presidential election, we as a community decided to come together and say, look, we need to try and see how best we can identify someone who we trust and someone who can better represent us in parliament to fight the rights of the electorates. So this is how things came up when these things were brought in. That was the time, out of 4 candidates that were in our village, unanimously they endorsed me to contest for them and also represent them in parliament in order to fight for their rights. So yeah, when they approached me, I told them, well, I've ever been serving the village and especially the community, because most of the projects that are there, some of you may know, I am participating in those projects. So as a result of that, when they consulted me, I told them, no problem. If the community is willing, I would also take up the challenge. Because if you see, they took us to school and allow us to do certain things, for education. If you see they took us to school, it's because they want us to wipe their tears for them. So for that being the case, people having confidence in you and having trust in you until they identify you is not an easy task. So therefore, you have to try and fulfill those things that they that they hope to achieve from you. So that's it.
okay. Thank you very much. Congratulations, first of all, for being here. And you want to, you are yearning for the seat of Jara East, am I? And then, if first challenge that normally, the people who trust you and elect you to go and represent them at the National Assembly, the first challenge that they always cry is when the National Assembly is being elected or recognized by them and he or she happen to win the seat of that individual constituency. What they normally do, as far as they are elected, they close their relationship with the people that elect them and they go on various challenges. That's what is happening at the assembly. You know, and you were reporting about that.
Very right.
So, are we yearning to see changes from you?
Yes.
You happen to win that seat.
Thank you so much, Usman. Yeah, that's it. You are very right. Currently, if you, especially in my constituency, people are complaining a lot that, they are not seeing their representative as expected. So part of my agenda, the first thing that will make sure that, there is no shadow between my people and the office of the National Assembly that I'm yearning for is to establish a committee whereby in all the villages there will be a member that will represent, that will be part of that committee, and in that committee I will be working, hand in glove with that committee to ensure that most of their problems are averted. So aside from that, also knowing that they will be here while I'll be at the National Assembly there. So it is always good for us to get in touch. So this committee, the first thing that I will be doing is to establish a committee whereby I will be in touch with them to ensure that the problems of the community is solved. So aside from that, also as Usman has just highlighted, I said part of my agenda. If you look at our constituency, I may say that it is the least developed constituency. So part of my agenda is to revive and also help them by earning little income. How? I said, if people put you in power, you need not to forget about them. Because we all know this position, no matter how you want it, you cannot have it without passing through the people. So part of my agenda is to at least allocate $5,000 every end of month from my salary to ensure that it is being credited into a special trust fund account called the Jara Trust Fund account, whereby when we accumulate it until it have an amount, a huge amount, then I will liaise with this community to see what we can do. Are we going to concentrate on electricity, or are we going to concentrate in another project where people can have better living? So aside from that, I have also observed and ordered when it comes to farming, farmers only do farming during rainy season. So for me, what I'm saying is, if I have the opportunity, I am going to try and liaise with agricultural departments and other projects whereby we can have an irrigation system for people to have better living conditions and others. So that's it. Thank you.
You said that what you said? Yes. Okay. Good afternoon, madam. Some of your documents, one after the other, based on the checklist that we will be asking for. First of all, can we have your proof of your ID, your citizenship, either your ID card or voter's card, either one of them. Oh, this? Okay, let's hold that one. We have one of your documents where you fill in your name, your constituency. Yes, yes. No, go again. Yeah, that down one, the down one. Can we have a deposit of $5,000? Just give it. He will count it. If it is 5,000, he will confirm it. Can you have your nominees, your signatories of 300? Okay, just put it inside. Just put it inside there. Okay. Sworn declaration, sworn asset declaration. Yes. Income tax clearance. Income tax clearance. Leave of absence by a politician, no working. Okay. Campaign ethics. Did you sign it? Campaign ethics. Checking. Code of ethics. That's this one. Sign it. Party sponsorship letter. Okay. Campaign itinerary. Deposit is okay, huh? Salif, you can sign this part for me. And this one also. So Salif, your nomination is being received. All the other requirements you have met. But this other one, that's the nominees. We are going to check that into the system, to check every bit and piece, all the people who have signed for you. We'll check them. Based on the outcome of that and the public scrutiny, then tomorrow we will call you, either whether your nomination is accepted or is not accepted. But now the other documents are all fine. This one that we're going to check. So, congratulations and welcome. Thank you. That's it. All right. Then tomorrow we'll give you a call of the outcome of this.
We want to congratulate you for coming here.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
My first question is, what is the first thing that came to your mind and you see is a reason why you want to contest for this parliamentary election?
Thank you very much for that question. The first thing that came into my mind is development of my constituency. And secondly, to be an effective representative in the House of Parliament or in the National Assembly. These are the two things that prompted me to contest.
I actually have seen MPs in the Gambia who will promise their constituency, they will do this, they will do that. And actually most of the time, I've seen MPs who are who cannot deliver because they don't know how the National Assembly works.
Yeah.
What are some of the issues that you think you will be focusing on? Because we know also the National Assembly secret committees. You'll be focusing on that you think your committee will need or the country will need.
What you said is true, but I, for one, I have started, developing in my constituency here since when I was a ward councillor. I did a lot of development, in this area. If you are not worried, I will name some of them, because I have dug 4 wells and 1 borehole, all right? And I have created an association whereby I applied for project because I knocked doors. That is a sleep project. I was lucky to have there. Then I bought farm implements, including ox carts, donkeys, bulls, cedars, and I distributed it there. But these are some of the projects that helps the community, whereby you empower them in what they endeavor, like farming. If they are able to get something from the farm, it will at least develop them, right? These are some of them, and I also distributed a lot of animals in all the villages. Animals from all the alcalos and other members of the village got those animals, so that if those animals produce, you can also take and share it to other people, so that they also can get, right? And I have also registered a lot of women CAFOs to the Attorney General of Chambers. Almost about 8 villages I have did that, all right? And I also created fund for them, whereby it revolves, because they used to borrow it to each other. When paying, they add something there, and they open an account at the bank, and many other things that I have done. These are the things that they also believe on me, and they ask me to contest for them, so that I can represent them, because they believe that I may be an effective representative in the National Assembly.
So,
yeah.
This is the first time
Was a ward councillor.
Yeah, you made mention of creating a lot of activities for the people of your constituency. Now you vying for the parliamentary election for first time, going to the assembly to represent your people. It's a house that controls the overall development of the country. That's where everything is being decided. So, what?
Thank you for those 2 questions. I'll begin with the last question you have just asked for. This position does not look at you are elderly or you are young. What it requires is capability and the technical know-how of the job. That's what it requires. You understand? It does not say that you are young, because other youngs can be there whilst they are not effective there, whilst they are not experienced. Me, I am experienced. I'm an experienced because I taught for 30 years. So I'm an experienced teacher, and I was an administrator. All right. From there, and I was a monitor in the schools. I was monitoring at school-based level, at school level. I was monitoring teachers at the basic school at Japine. I have been doing that. So with all those experience, I think it is necessary. It does not look at my age. It looks at what I am able to do and what I have already done. This is it. Okay. And your first question was what?
After mentioning the various.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. Still now, I will continue. I'll double up my efforts to develop maybe the health sector, because my constituency, I can tell you, it is the poorest constituency in the Gambia here, and it is the second smallest constituency. Yes, because apart from Janjambure, Jara Central is the smallest constituency, but it's also the poorest. Communication is one of my number one problem, because to do politics in my constituency is very, very difficult, because of the villages are far apart and there's no good roads. So where I'm going to knock doors is about communication in the first place. If I'm able to get, then I want to build roads so that, the linkage will be easy. So that doing politics in the area also will be easy. The second thing is health. It's also very poor. And I would like to knock doors so that if I'm able to get, some health centers would be built in various areas, most especially the most remote areas, so that access can be done. Because this is what I did in Minna. They needed a school. It's a small community though. What I was able to do, I was working with the education department. I was able to convince them so that they get a school, at least. So these are the kind of things that is in my mind, and many other things that if God wills and helps me, this is what I am aiming at.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. You are welcome.
Is your constituency backed by somebody the APRC supporters who joined the GDC party?
Pardon?
I said, I've seen this one here in the GDC APRC camp. So
Okay.
I was asking whether your constituency, this is Jared Central, is your party backed by the APRC who joined the GDC party?
Anyway, my party is backed by GAP and the NATO Alliance people. Yes, but not APRC, that other one, but NATO Alliance. Yes. Yeah, they accompany me to come and nominate me here today. Yeah.
Can I receive some of your documents where you fill in your name, your particulars? The one that is talking about the attaché. Yes, need to be filled.
I think it's for the official use.
Yeah, but it should be filled up.
By myself.
Yes.
So I reserve it for.
Yeah, you should fill it up. That's the number from here.
The voter's card number.
You have a cash deposit of $5,000. We have the sworn asset declaration. Income tax clearance. That you are employed. You have the next one. Did you sign it? Okay. Party sponsorship letter. Now a sample photo and a symbol. Do you have any of them? All of them? Okay. Okay, put them inside this thing and give it to me. Campaign itinerary with you, or
Not yet.
you are not done with it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's move this. We don't come along with it.
Yes, it's with my guys.
Okay.
You know, we have to sit with them as a committee. The guys.
Well, it's just a matter of a draft that you can be able to make for us.
Okay.
Because we will call you after when your nomination is accepted. We will call you to come and do reconciliation.
I will do that.
Cash is okay.
Yes.
Please sign for me. This one also. Okay, all your nomination packs have been received correctly. It's just the, how will you call it, the campaign itinerary, which is just a desirable. So we can just make that one and put it on. But your nomination can only be approved based on what we're going to find here, because we're going to check up each and every nominees here. So maybe tomorrow we will try to give you a call whether your nomination is accepted or not. Huh? So you say congratulations that your nomination is been received. Huh? So okay. So whatever can we call you based on what we're going to get from this one. All right.
Okay,
Thank you.
you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
First, we want to congratulate you for coming and filing a nomination contesting the upcoming elections. My first question will be, what are the issues that you see in Kiamwes that you think have not been addressed, and you want to contest and make sure that is addressed? And the second question is, usually we see parliamentarians
Just one after the other so that I can successfully answer your question. Yeah, I'm from Kia West. I'm a citizen of Kia West. I'm a native of Kia West. Kia West has been deprived from development aspiration for many years, since the former regime, the first regime, the second regime, and even the current regime. And Kia West is part of Gambia. And the people of Kia West, they pay their tax, and then they should be benefited from the national change. But if you look at Chiang, especially Western Chiang, the geographical location of that place, in fact, we don't have access to good roads. We don't have access to inputs for agriculture, and Chiang is predominantly agricultural community. So agriculture is not supportive. Our roads are not properly constructed. It's just now that they are putting gravel there, but we have suffered a lot since, especially the second regime. So I feel that when I come into office, I will engage government to make sure that what is the national cake, we also got our share, because we are part and parcel of the Gambia, and we should not be deprived from development aspirations or agendas. So I expect to do more for my people, because I'm a specialist in agriculture, and Kia is a predominantly agricultural community. I believe if the people of Kia West voted for me, I will be able to improve agriculture, that is food production, and even animal husbandry. And I will be able to improve fisheries, because Chiang is endowed with a river Gambia, because we share river Gambia with Baribu, that's the North Bank. And we also share river Bintabolong with West Coast. And then I believe if I come into this office, I will help to improve the fishery sector, especially those communities that are very close to the riverside. And then horticultural production also, I will try to enhance that also, and small ruminant production, skill development for youths, and also I will also support sports, because sport can unite us. So I will support the youths in those areas. Yes.
My second question back, and one of the functions of a National Assembly member, for example, there is an agenda or a bill to be passed, this will go back and consult. We have engaged parliamentarians and communities. We have not seen MPs coming back asking them if they want those laws. For you, if you are elected, what promise will you give to your people then?
You must be a servant of the people. The concept that we have, that they are Mansa, they are not Mansa. They are people's servant. Once you are elected into this office, you should leave everything that is your personal. But the task given to you is to help to improve the living condition of the people. Those people that you are representing, if you don't go to them, you will not know their problem. Me, all my relatives are from provinces. They are all based there. All my families are in the provinces. So I don't think I will be sitting at Combo, leaving my people without consulting them to know their problem. I will come to the ground and then ask for them their problems, and then so that I can convey the message. Because if they can give me their voters card and accept my nomination, I can say, yes, my people are fully behind me, but I'm representing a political party. And then I apply under a party ticket. Yes, it's both my party and the people of Kia West that I can say nominated me.
So is this your first time?
This is not my first time. I've been applying, but I've never been successful for my candidature to be endorsed. This is the first time my candidature has been endorsed by GFA, Gambia for All. Yes.
Your endorsement.
With 100% hope that this time the people of Kia West will not look at party line, but they will look at competency. When you look at my educational level, I passed through high school. I have my O level. I went through college and I have my higher teacher certificate. Now it's called advanced diploma. I went to the University of the Gambia and achieved my bachelor's degree in agriculture and geography. I taught 22 years in this country. I work with National Nutrition Agency, World Bank sponsor project, Maternal Child Nutrition Health Resort project. The component called Food and Nutrition Security Component. That's where I was operating. The whole of North Bank from Barrett and Jen Sanjal from 2017 to 2022 was under me. So there is no doubt that the people of Kia West will vote for me so that I can represent them fully, because they are predominantly agricultural community, and my area of specialization is agriculture. And I'll be able to help them to improve agricultural production. Yeah.
Thank you.
Hello? That's fine.
I'm fine.
How are you?
Okay, any of them, that's fine. Can we have the field documents?
All of them together?
No, one that is been filled, your name and your particulars are written there. Yes, that's one. Cash deposit is already been paid. We already have the receipt with us here. That's the bulk made. Can we have your nomination of 300 nominees? Can you put it in a file for me, and so that it will not do more? Hope there's no other documents inside. Okay, they are the one. So this one, we assume the 300 is already there. We'll assume it that, because we'll go and look for everything in the system. Now, okay, this will be pending for the meantime. Sworn declaration of assets, asset declaration form. Today's on the 9th, yes. Yes, that's it. Oh, okay, so left. Now this part, just put there, not available, not applicable, not applicable. Huh? Please, you need to write something there. Just put there N stroke A, N stroke A. Good. Yeah. All spaces need to be filled up with something. Turn the next one. They've already make it at the head office. Yeah. Okay, that's okay. Income tax clearance certificate. Are you unemployed? Civil servant, do you have a leave of absence? Code of campaign ethics. Did you sign it?
Yes.
Party sponsorship letter? Do you have any symbol? I'll photograph one, just to have a sample of it. Do you have any draft of a campaign itinerary? Okay. It is only 9 now. Stamp it. So now, can you please sign this part for me? So tomorrow you'll get from us. Yes, or before the end of the day. Yes or no? Sorry, let me just send this. So, sir, congratulations. All right. All right. All right. All the best.
Thank you.
Filing in your nomination to contest in the coming parliamentary election. First, can you tell us one of the reasons that motivated you, or you have found very much moving, why you want to contest and you want to change something?
Bismillah, walhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. To come and answer your questions, what motivated me to stand for this election? I want to contest because I want to add more development to Chia West District and to the Gambia as a whole. As my contribution, we learned previous colleagues who were in this position before, and some of them, they tried their level best, they stopped where they stopped. So wherever they stop, we will start from there and continue.
And the other thing I want to ask is, you being with the ruling party, already there we know the former, because we know that's a stronghold for the party.
Of course, yes.
our experience and what was happening in last election, and we learned that a lot of people, they feel like they made a lot of mistakes. They voice it out, they say it, and we know that they are back to the development, because we are fortunate in Kia West, that His Excellency, the President Adama Barrow, without having all these voices or whatever you said, that they are in a negative side of voting to our president. With all that, he is doing a lot of development in Kia West. Everybody is seeing it. The construction is going on, electricity. Since day one, I can say since 1965, we Gambians are control of government. There is no single road like this or electricity in Kia West district. So regardless of what they are saying or what they are doing, not to join to this development, still this is happening and he is continuing. So that convinced a lot of voters that NPP is the right path and they want to join us. We are convinced that this election, the victory is ours. To answer this question is kind of critical. Why I'm saying that, because if the president have an aim and is working towards the progress of this community, definitely you have to be with the president. You have to support the president agenda. If that's the agenda people of Kia West, they are looking for. So we are here for Gambian, that's my answer, and we are here to support President Barrow's agenda. This is my first time to stand to contest in parliament election in this country and any other country.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
You're welcome, sir.
Card to prove your citizenship. Either one of them. Either one of them. Yeah. Okay. Can we have the document where you fill in your name, your village, your other education? That's one. You can have that one. Yeah, that one. Yes, yes. Your deposit is already been paid by the party. We already got that one, no? Yeah, nomination of signatories, 300 or more. Can we have this file so that we can be able to put the rest of the documents there? Yes. That will be fine. Can we have your sworn declaration of assets?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's it. Income tax clearance certificate. Your leave of absence from your department if you're employed. Campaign ethics should also be there. Campaign ethics. Yeah, that's one. That's one. No, this one. Did you? Yeah, did ethics that one? Did you sign it? Okay. Letter of sponsorship. Letter. You have a symbol with you here and a photo. 1-1. Just to have it in our documents. We have your itinerary, campaign itinerary. Do you put something?
Yeah,
it's just a draft.
I did not insert it into the sketch that's given by IEC.
Yeah.
So we prepared a separate one that's
Okay.
going to tell you everything about the
Okay. We will prefer it to be on our form. Yeah, no, but nonetheless, you can just go and put something there before the end of the day. Let's just have something because we're going to call you back.
Yeah.
Maybe 14, 15, 16, we will call you back here to come and reconcile the campaign based on the number of candidates that we have in the constituency. So you just put it before the end of the day, because that one is just a desirable. Hmm? Time, yeah. You have the time. Time. 10? Okay. Be able to call you till your nomination is accepted or is not accepted. If there's any adjustment that need to be made, we'll also let you know about that one. So maybe expect a call from us maybe by tomorrow. yes, we'll give you a call about it because the guys are going to work on it immediately from here. So we'll say, thank you for the meantime that your nomination is received from us. All right. Thank you very much. All right. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
My question will be, first of all, what inspired you, or what do you observe in the constituency that you want to represent at the National Assembly? What do you see that prompted you to contest for the National Assembly?
Okay. Thank you very much. Good morning once again. And good morning to the Gambia, particularly Mansa Konko, the region of Mansa Konko, LRR. My reason of contesting for this particular issue or for this particular candidature is something very clear, very bold, written on the walls, written on this, even on the sky, that development has just taken a center stage, on the platform of this ruling party, that is the National People's Party. From my chronological experience of working in this country has rated me back to 35 years of hotel industry. And I'm a seasoned hotelier, who has been working in the hotel industry for the past 35 years. As we speak now, I head a particular hotel in the country called the Football Hotel. But my reason of, ascending down, to this particular trail or trekking is Kiang East, as a constituency where I hail from, needs development. Its development is overdue. The development in that particular constituency is overdue in a sense that, if you go through the constituencies in the country, you will have about 53 to 54, if I'm right. I think it's about 53 constituencies in the country. All these countries developmentally have touched or have had their taste, except Kiang East. Why not Kiang East? Kiang East consists of 18 villages, 18 satellite villages. And all these satellite villages, I would say 45 to 47% of the 18 villages are all rallying behind governments. Governments in the sense that it's not only NPP's government, but the government of President Jawara, the government of Yaya Jammeh, and of course now the government of President Barrow. So this kind of development, and then putting up the youths on the moonlight of development, moonlight of awareness, moonlight of concurrencies. All these are things that are missing in the constituency. Come to the roads, development of roads, construction of roads, lights. These are things that are the talk of the town today. Anywhere you go to, if they are missing, then everything is missing. Kiang East needs their own share. And then to get that one, I have to come down, to the floor and then fight for the position to go to the parliament to be able to get all these developments, line up for the constituency of Kiang East, particularly LRR.
Mr. Sane.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So thank you so much. Congratulations of the opposition party. You as a candidate, how will you convince people not to vote for Mr. Gassama, who is a very professional, a very competent person who has shown proven it? And how will you also convince to say no to bills that are not suitable to the country?
Okay. Okay. Well, I think we can go as far as we can, knowing me as a person, my name is Mr. Lamin, as you've called me. For the past 25 years, I have only been handling positions, very critical positions, in the annals of hotel industry. Annals of hotel industry meaning, I have been dealing with critical situations. I've been dealing with critical developments, in the country, that are originating from the outside of this country. Coming to Yaya Gassama is a colleague, is a friend who has been in the constituency for the last 5 years. But we have seen nothing. And of course, he might have the heart to do it, but you have to rally behind the government, the ruling government. If you rally behind the opposition, then you don't expect, you don't expect if you sow a gold, then automatically expect to reap a gold. You cannot sow gold and then you expect to reap diamond. The government of the day is there for development. Then if you are closer to the government, automatically development will rain on you at your doors. So this is what had happened. Yaya came in when we had the how do they call it, the coalition in existence. Coalition in existence. From there, putting all your cakes in one basket, you need to just rally behind the ruling government to be able to develop your consequences. This is not happening. This did not happen. Automatically, we would not expect development from Yaya. Even if he is right in the sky in the parliament, nothing is going to happen. No rain would fall in Kiang East because Kiang East, we rallied behind the opposition. Oppositions are going out there, standing on pegs, standing on mods, near this, trying to find out where the help is going to come from.
Thank you so much.
Can I go ahead? Okay.
Fafa Sanya, welcome to our IEC regional office. Before we start anything, let's have a silence prayer. Welcome once again, Mr. Sanya. We are here to receive your nomination packs for this nomination today on the 9th. You just hold them and we take you one after the other. First of all, can we have either your voter's card or your ID, national identity card? Either one of them. Voter's card or national identity card. Either one of them to prove your citizenship. Either one of them, huh? Okay. Meanwhile, can we continue? Can we have a field document? Yes, that's one. Already, the cash deposit is already paid by your party, so that one is great. Do you have your 300 nominees? 300 nominees or more? Leave it in the pack. Leave it there, so that we will not. Do you have any other document? You don't have any other document there. Okay. Should be pending. Sworn asset declaration. No, 20 years is filled. Income tax clearance. Your leave of absence from your department. Code of campaign ethics, did you sign it? No, the one under your party this thing, the one under it, isn't it that one? Yeah, that's it. Today's on the 9th. Okay. Party sponsorship letter. You have a sample of photo and a symbol. Campaign itinerary, any draft of it? Okay. That's a draft, we need that one. Your ID card man is not yet around. Time.
3 minutes past.
3 minutes past. this part for me. Sign this part for me. No need for the day, just today. Okay, Mr. Sanya, we have received your nomination pack. All the other documents are all fine, but depending on the outcome of these nominees, we're going to check one after the other in the system. Depending on the outcome of it, we're going to let you know whether your nomination is accepted or is not accepted. If there's any adjustment that you need to make, we'll also let you know about it. So by tomorrow, you'll get a call from us based on this, huh? So meanwhile, your nomination is received from our office. All right, thank you.
My question is, what specific thing that came to you to say, okay, I want to come to the National Assembly to change this? Because we all know the National Assembly is a crucial aspect of the government. It's a sector of the government that the government cannot go with. So what motivated you to come forward and say, I want to contest for KNC?
Thank you very much once again. What motivated me to contest for this year National Assembly election is the interest of the Kian Central. Because when you see the Kian Central, one can say is the poorest or is the backwarded constituency in the entire LRR. So I know that when my people elected me to the National Assembly, they will see a meaningful development within Kian Central.
The second thing is there is an opposition stronghold, right? Kian Central is an opposition stronghold. We know during the presidential election, your party won. But how will you motivate the voters in your district to tell them, I am the right candidate? Give me your trust. Are they able to change the narrative?
Thank you very much. You said it all. You said during the presidential election, my party won in Kian Central. But I can also tell you that parliamentary election is different from the presidential election. Parliamentary election comes with three aspects. You can see the background of the candidate and the candidate himself and the party. Some people, they just see the party to vote. Some people see the candidate. How this candidate is, some people see the background of the candidate. For me, I know I came from a big background in Kian Central. I know in Kian Central, inshallah, in April 9, I will come out with victorious, a big margin indeed.
Hope we called a rubber stamp National Assembly, because we know in the Gambia when the president said, okay, this whether it favors the citizens or not, and we know also when some people are elected, they will never consult their people in the constituency. They will never come and say, this is the bill that is on the National Assembly. They'll just sit at their own comfort and say yes or no. How will you change that narrative?
With all this, that's why I'm motivated to be elected as the who will disrespect the executive body of the government. I know that 100%. Thank you very much.
Yes. Not only that one. Your cash deposit is already paid by the party. We already have that list with us, that receipt for us, huh? Can you have your 300 nominees, the ones who signed for you? You don't have any other documents inside there? Only, if it is only that one, leave it inside. It's only put it inside that one. Okay. Sworn asset declaration. Can you fill in here? Either put something there, whether not available, not applicable, either put one or let the space before. If you have nothing absolute, just N stroke. It's okay. In this part also. Okay, thank you. Income tax clearance certificate. Leave of absence, but you said you are a businessman. That's on your own. Campaign ethics. Campaign ethics. Code of campaign ethics. That's yes, the one down. Yes. Did you sign it? Check it whether you have signed it. You sign it, huh? Okay. Party sponsorship letter. Symbol, one photo and one symbol. I think they are all of the same size. So need some adjustment there. We want you to allow you to adjust it, so that it can be of the same level with this. That's why we always want to have a sample before you ask them to print more. We always tell you don't print more, just one sample, so that whenever there is anything that we can have, so you can just mark your photographer to adjust this a bit to be of the same level with this, so that when we are putting on the drums, it can be at the same level. So that's the only thing there. But it's not a problem. It's just a matter of adjusting it, the size of it. We will tell you later when you come for the campaign itinerary reconciliation. There we will tell you the number of polling stations, because we will call you back. We'll call you back. Campaign itinerary, just a draft of it. So, Balde, we have received your nomination package. All the other documents are all intact, but based on the outcome of these nominees that you have presented, we are going to check them into the system. In case there is any fault there, we will also let you know about it. If there is no other fault there, if your nomination is accepted, we'll also call you by tomorrow to give you the outcome of your nomination. So meanwhile, that's it. We have received your nomination pack. Yeah. Thank you. All right. So your campaign itinerary, we will also call you. Maybe on the 14th, 15th, we'll give you a date that you will come for us to come and reconcile your campaign itinerary. Yes, this drive is okay for us at the moment.
Filing in your nomination, Mr. Ali Balbi. First, we want to ask you, why do you want to contest with National Assembly? We are seeing you a young person, and you must have seen things that you feel motivated you or you want to correct. Why do you want to contest?
Thank you very much. First of all, I have to thank my parents, and then to thank the President, His Excellency Adama Barrow, and to thank the regional executive from the NPP, that is Mr. Omar Drame, to the district executive, the chairman Keba Dabo, and the entire NPP supporters. I'm very happy to stand in front of you today to explain why I want to go into the National Assembly. I've been representing my people, and then I've seen what I've done for them. They have accepted what I've done for them without going into national level. So I believe if I am into the National Assembly, there are a lot of things that need to be done for them. I'll be able to do it for them. Because in Jara West, we lack a lot of things. So I believe if I'm in the House, the challenges of Jara West, I will regulate it myself. You know, in this issue, we don't have to base everything on government. If you are a National Assembly member, your salary cannot do nothing for your people. But knock the doors internally and externally, have something to do for your constituency.
We know Honorable Pajali Fofana is a very powerful MP, and it's very influential in this district. How do you expect to convince people?
I have made my findings.
And there is Musa Wali, a young person also coming as independent, will be facing another big challenge. So how will you motivate people? Because precisely you're not that popular to compare to those people in Soma and other places. How will you convince voters in Soma and the surrounding villages to vote for you?
To start with, maybe I'm not popular to you in Soma, but I'm very popular in Soma and in Jara West. For Kajali, I didn't know him very well, but I'm hearing even his supporters are saying he don't do nothing for Jara West. Musa Wali knows me very well. He knows what I'm capable of doing. And if I'm in the National Assembly, I will make this constituency number one in all the constituencies in the Gambia. I promise you that.
Hope you not be a robust because we know in the past governments, when government bring a bill that is not favorable for the country, usually they will just say yes, and they will never come. Like you said, we have never had an MP who comes back to us and ask us if we agree with the bill or not. They just sit at their comfort zone. When they say yes, they say yes because the government
at large. But when it comes to the House, people think of something and then they reject the bill with no use. If I'm there, I will make sure I support bills which are very important for the people in.
Pardon?
Can you have a field in your documents where you put your name, your date of birth, your village, your one? That's the one on top. Your cash deposit of 5,000 is already paid by the party, so we have our receipt on that already. Huh? Nomination particulars of 300. Your 300 nomination particulars. Do you have any other documents there? No. Okay, leave them inside there. It's inside that one so that it will not be thrown out. Okay. Sworn asset declaration. Asset declaration. That's the one on top. Hold this one for the meantime. Can you help me with some of these parts? Just fill them. Not applicable, yeah, to theirs.
What's that? N stroke A.
N stroke A, yeah. 20 page, you have another space. Check the other part, whether they are. Hold on. It's not all, huh? Okay. Asset declaration, income tax clearance certificate. Income tax clearance, yes. Leave of absence, you are an employee. Code of campaign ethics. You sign it. Party sponsorship letter. Photo simple, yes, and photograph, either one of this, any of them. Let me see the two, whether they are matching. It's this here. It's okay. Itinerary, campaign itinerary. It's okay. We will come. We'll call you for the item reconciliation. No? Honorable, can you please sign this part for me? This one also the same area. So all your campaign, all the documents are all intact. But now it depends on what we're going to do, the findings on these nominees here. We're going to check them into the system one after the other. If you meet the 300 there, we will call you that your acceptance is already fine. If that is necessary for you to make any adjustment, we'll also call you to make any adjustment on it there. So meanwhile, your nomination pack is already received from us here in the office. Thank you. All right. Yeah, so that we can. Well, maybe you leave these ones here because you want to work. You want to. Don't worry, just leave it. It's not a problem. Okay, it should be central. Yeah. Don't worry, we will take care of it.
Thank my parents. Thank the supporters that you are seeing behind me. Thank the whole of Jara Central. My reason of seeking for a second mandate, one of them, is because we've already started a work. We started a work, and that work, at least, even if at all we cannot complete it 100%, but what we want is at least to cover it 85%. What I mean by that, there have been very much too much pending bills at the National Assembly, which of course we have dealt with them up to a certain stage, some of them up to the second reading, some of them we dealt with them just at the first reading. So, and those bills, they are to my fingertips, and those bills are to my heart. So for a new MP to come and follow those bills, might be it's gonna take them a long time before, in fact, they could understand what those bills entails. The other aspect is, I have started some development projects in my constituency. There is a ring road in my constituency, in one part of my constituency, around the Kabada area. Just after Buiba, there's a road that branches off, going deep into Kabada. And it goes off, going around Digante, coming back to Japine. That road already is being costed. And I want to follow the Minister of Works on that issue for him to make sure that that ring road is brought into a successful construction. So there are so many pending things that I have already started in the constituency and also at the National Assembly at large, to make sure that those things, at least I cover them up to 75 or 85%.
Mr. Honorable Keba Jallo, thank you so much. I'm from QTV, National Assembly, and you switch allegiance. Why do you do that? And the second question is, we know President Barrow promised us a new constitution, and you were among the people who rejected the constitution.
National Assembly. The people behind me you are seeing, and the people are left, the electors are left in the villages, in the communities. These are the people who elected me, not GDC. That's good. That's why I say point of rectification. If you say I came through through a ticket of GDC, that's right. But it doesn't mean that when you come through a ticket of a party, you need to at least go everything by what they say. At the national level, at the National Assembly, you are there to represent the interest of the nation, the interest of the constituency that you come from, your constituents, for example. So if an issue comes to the National Assembly and you are going to discuss on that, you have to have a balanced mind. As a very genuine National Assembly member, you have to get a very balanced mind. Don't always take the party affairs into your mind in the National Assembly. So this is how I have an issue with the GDC, and then move to NPP. Okay. So in terms of the constitution that we talk about, well, fine. I know some CSOs were lobbying for us as National Assembly members to pass that bill. Well, we have different opinions at the National Assembly, and everybody is expected to speak your mind openly at the National Assembly. When I looked and went through that draft constitution, I found that that constitution did not tell me well of what Jara Central should at least benefit from that new constitution. I don't see anything that at least can push me towards endorsing that constitution.
Honorable,
for example,
Honorable, sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, welcome.
Honorable, we know one of your roles is to
rectification on that. I came down to my constituency. The alcalos of my constituency requested that they should be paid salary because they are always doing services of nation. That was not captured in the draft constitution. I said it in the National Assembly during my debate. And there are so many issues. Head of the Chief Justice. If you retired, you are paid like what you have been paid as a salary. What about the police officers? What about the teachers? Are they not Gambians? Are they not genuine Gambians? These are the certain things I saw in the draft that make me to throw it outside. Okay. And there are so many things.
Honorable, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Good ambitions good goals that you have mentioned here. You have been watched by thousands of people around the world in the Gambia.
I think that is very obvious. From 2017 up to 28 January, we enacted 53 acts. 53 acts of the National Assembly. That's what we enacted. First time in the history of the Gambian Parliament. So obviously I have that, and I'm convinced that I'm gonna do my best, at least to deal with those pending bills, and then bring them into existence as acts of the National Assembly.
Honorable, thank you so much, and we wish you good luck.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Unless you want to create a new constituency for us. We will stay away. We're going now. We'll put the hour in.
Sure. Good morning, Mr. Haruna Barry. This is IC Regional Office in Mansa Konko. But before we go further, can we say our last prayers or silence prayers? Okay, Mr. Barry, once again, we are here to receive your nomination documents one after the other. So I will just call them, you give them one after the other in chronological manner. Huh? Yeah. First of all, can we have the proof of your citizenship, either ID card, voter's card, passport, any of the documents? It's fine, any of the documents, just to prove your citizenship. It's where you write your name, your village, your date of birth. They are there. Just take your time, one after the other. Yeah, that's the very one. business money. Your cash deposit is already been paid by the party, so we already have that one with us, huh? You don't have any other documents there? You don't have any other documents here. Only those ones are here. Can we have that file and we put it in? You can do it. It's okay. Good enough. All your particulars have been received and they are all okay. now pending on the outcome of the nominees. We're going to check them. Sure, all the best that your nomination is being received at the moment in our office. All right, thank you. All right, thank you.
First of all, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. I'm very grateful for the Almighty Allah that graced me this beautiful day today. We all know that it's right time for us, the youth, to take responsibility in our regions and the country at large, because we are the people that knows the problems, most of the problems in the country that have to be solved. This is why I want to be part of the people that will represent my area and the country at large, as to be part of the lawmakers in the country.
Are you fully going to represent your people in the National Assembly? Because I've seen that most of the people, when they're contesting on a party ticket, they're only there for the interest of the party, not the interest of their people. When it comes to decision making, they won't go back to their constituencies to talk to their people with regard to some of the.
In that case, this is politics. Maybe it is according to the law. Despite you have the right to stand as an independent candidate, but I am someone that is selected under a party. But then I am there for the interest of the state in general, not for the party only.
Haruna. Thank you very much, Haruna.
I'm very pleased with the questions. Even by looking at the environment, the people that I came with, you can obviously know that I'm a winning candidate of Jara East. Inshallah. So I don't think I have to tell you much about that. And about the National Assembly, I'm yet to see some of these bills that are passed there. When I'm in that position, I will have a better idea to answer that question, inshallah.
Thank you. Your cash deposit is already been paid by your party, and we already have that one with us here. Your nominees particulars, the 300 or more particulars, leave them in the pack. Leave them in the Nilan, in the folder. Just leave them in the folder. No, that one will be campaign itinerary. Yes, that's the one. So can you just put here, not applicable, something like that. Just not applicable, just to fill all the gaps. You know? Just put an N stroke A. N stroke. Yeah, N stroke A. That's okay. This fine. Yeah. This. Do you have your any campaign itinerary? Do you have any drafts of it? Yeah. Yeah, it's not a problem. We will give a call to him, you know, to come over. Just write your name and the party. Just write your name full and the party. Just abbreviate it. Awesome. If we get it, things correct, we will give by tomorrow that your nomination will be accepted. But for the meantime, this is pending until the outcome of whatever is going to come from this one. So on that note, I say congratulations and thank you very much. Okay, all right.
Nomination.
Thank you very much.
Contest we're happy to see young people coming on board.
Thank you.
We want to contest in this parliamentary election. First, I'm Alhassamba. I'm from QT. What motivates you? What have you seen in your district that you think you want to change? That is why you are going to the parliament. What are some of the bills that you see or laws that are passed that you feel, okay, I want to support this aspect of the development and this aspect you think are supported and it's not working? What motivated you and what are you going to support in this?
Thank you very much. One of the factors that motivated me to run for office for Kia West, anyone who knows Kia West would know that constituency and has been opposition for quite a long time. So due to the fact that they are oppositions, they've been marginalized by the previous government of President Jammeh for over 22 years. We lacked so many basic amenities, pipe-borne water, good road, and as well as electricity. Our schools are not as well equipped with good teaching and learning materials, and we don't have accommodation for teachers. And these are some of the factors that motivated me to definitely run for office to help my constituency to have these natural rights that they were deprived from having and for over 22 years. And these are some of the things that motivated me. And I have politics as a passion, and nobody encouraged me to do this. I have come with the decision that I'm going to run for office to rescue my people, and I have people behind me. These gentlemen and ladies standing behind me are centerpiece of this move to ensure that I have a support from the district, and I present correct bills that I might support in during my tenure as a parliament member. And the first is anti-corruption bill. This is one of the most important bills that I think of having it put in place, constituted, and to ensure that we have accountability in the office. And having that in place, this will ensure that some of the government officials who are in the official domains and do the right thing and utilize public resources to ensure that we have the trickle-down effect of these things, to ensure that every aspect of the population is being catered for, irrespective of the gain that the race, differently abled, let me not say disabled, differently abled, and the language that you speak, the race and the ethnicity, to ensure that all those people are being catered for and their resources is well being taken care of. So anti-corruption bill is one of the bills that I want to make sure that I support and encourage my colleague parliament members to support. Yes, and other bill also, and to also ensure that our constitution came to being, the draft constitution. These are some of the documents that I want to ensure that they come to being and for Gambians to enjoy those visibilities.
One thing also is very certain. Your constituency, we know it has been a stronghold of opposition, and even during the presidential election, your party won during the presidential election.
Very well.
But how do you want to swing? Because people may say, okay, we are tired of voting for an opposition party. We are without seeing development. How do you think you can convince them that your coming in can really change the narrative and can bring something?
If my colleagues aspirants are not going to contradict me really very well, I would say it takes a time for one to work on a leadership role, more especially a National Assembly member, and you have to be doing something for your people. And I've been doing it for my people. I work with youth association in the constituency as a spokesperson of one of the youth association, as education minister of one of the youth association, and we have helped in building some of the projects worth of $8 million, and we have helped to construct teachers' quarters in some of the areas. And for United Democratic Party also, I have put in a little effort, and depending on my age today, to ensure that we have a good number during the presidential elections. And they've seen the zeal in me and the commitment, and I'm sure my people are going to support me, and I'm going to win, inshallah.
Thank you so much.
GDC regional office. Today, nominations for your party. We want to receive your nomination pack one after the other, as I call them through the checklist. Huh? First, can we have your proof of your citizenship, either by your ID card, your voter's card, your passport? Either one of them is fine. Can you have a field document where you write your name, your village, your education level? Okay. The nominees. Can you help me? Do you have your that folder is having a problem?
Envelope. Can we have that envelope?
Let's say here. You have your sworn asset declaration. Your income tax clearance certificate. Leave of absence is not applicable to you. Code of campaign ethics. It's not by 5. Doesn't matter, just by just. This one also. Okay, Mr. Ture, Honorable, we have already received your documents, and these ones are all intact and they are all correct. But this other one is going to be pending on this one, the outcome of this one, because we're going to check each and every nominees that have nominated you here. We'll check them into the system, whether they are correct or not. Based on the outcome of that, we will give you the acceptance. If there is any need for you to make any adjustment, we will also let you know about it. So, meanwhile, let's say, congratulations. Thank you. All right.
Thank you very much. It's good to see you once again tendering your nomination papers for the IEC regional office here in Mansa Konko. First of all, my question would be, after serving for your constituency for 5 good years under the ticket of UDP, and again here you want to try a chance to go back to the parliament. Can you tell our viewers why do you want to go back for the second time after not giving a chance to other young aspiring young people within your constituency to contest to try a chance? Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much for that wonderful question. First and foremost, let me thank my electorate for having the confidence in me. That is by giving me, chance to come back again for the second time. I'm greatly honored, and I want to thank them profusely for having the trust and confidence in me. To come to your question, you understand that development is a never-ending thing. It does not come to a close. It's ongoing. And one of the reasons that motivated me to come to the National Assembly is principally to better the lives and livelihoods of my people, that is the people of Jara East constituency. And I think in my pursuit to bring development to their doorsteps, I should never relent. And this is why I found it, right to throw my hat in the ring for the second time. Because I think I need to establish a lot of things for my people in terms of development, and to complete those, development efforts, I must be given the second chance so that I can continue with the good work that I have started. Yeah, thank you.
Members, if they are passing bills at the National Assembly, they don't go back to their constituency and ask. How do you want to address that? Because we know when there's a bill, usually.
Whole game. They are poles apart. We understand that. Losing the presidential does not mean that we are going to lose the parliamentary. As a party, we have a rock of faith, UDP. We believe in destiny, and we believe in the Almighty God. And we are great fighters. We will fight to the last end. And God willing, we will sweep the polls with a landslide majority. That I can tell you. Jara East will go in favor of UDP by God's grace. To come to your second question, this is the beauty of democracy. The more, the merrier. When you have many players, that makes it more beautiful and more challenging. I like challenging. I like challenge. So I say welcome to all my co-competitors or my opponents. They are welcome. It's a level playing field. Let us also go and fight for the votes. But one thing I can tell you very clearly, that come April 9, I will be declared as the victor, and my opponent will be declared as the vanquished. Thank you.
Call me Palma. Can I have a field document where you write your name, your village, your education background, and sorry. Yes. Your cash deposit is already been paid by your party. We have a receipt of that one. Can you have your 300 nominees package? Can I have it in that? Can we have it in that folder so that we will not be filled? Okay. You have your sworn asset declaration. This one put it there, not applicable. N stroke A, N stroke A. Do you have another one? Right, this one also. It's okay. Okay. Income tax clearance. I just give it to you a few minutes ago. Leave further. That's not leave. Campaign ethics. Party sponsorship letter. Your symbol, your picture and your symbol. Yeah, for the sample, that's what we even want. Campaign itinerary, do you have any drafts? Okay, we'll give you a call about that one because we have to come for campaign reconciliation, no? Yes. Time?
337. 337. 337.
Okay, Mr. Kamara, we're going to check each and every one of them in our system, whether the 300 is met or is not met. In case it is not met, we will also communicate to you that then we will give you the chance to go and regularize that one. If they are also correct by tomorrow, we'll also give a call for you to come and receive your acceptance line. So meanwhile, we say, okay, you don't, okay, he doesn't sign this part. Just sign this part for us. And this one also. Sorry, okay, congratulations. All right. graduation, and that's it. All right, thank you, Mr.
I have unfinished job in the National Assembly. I happen to be a member of the Human Rights Committee at the level of the National Assembly. And then we have what is called Prohibition on Torture Bill that is yet to be completed at the Assembly. So this is why I'm looking for a second term to go and complete those work. Remember, there are people that were named by the TRRC. And then, you know, in the Gambia here, we don't have law on torture. So the National Assembly is on the verge of completing the law that will really help us to prosecute those that are found wanting.
My second question, constituents people, before say yes or no, just like what happened at the draft constitution. So how do you hope to work on that so that?
I can really tell you that the consultation has been something that I've been doing. Most of the time I do come to my people to really look or to seek for their advice. There are certain NGOs that really support me. You have international organizations that are in the country that really supported me to have community outreach. So I am going to continue doing that one, to solicit their opinion, to solicit their support before I accept or before I take part in any process in the National Assembly. So it's going to be a continuation for me. I have been doing that for long, and then my people are here. They can attest to the fact that I do make consultations before any extraordinary session in the National Assembly. Yeah.
To IEC regional office in Mansa. Okay, yeah, that's okay. Can you have a field document where your name, your residence, your age, that form? Can we have that one? Yes. After this one. Your cash deposit is paid by your party already. We have a receipt of that one here. Can we have your 300 nominees pack? The 300 people who nominated you. Can you take the other documents out from there and you leave all of them inside that? Take all these ones out from it. Okay. Yeah. Now put this one also out from there. Can we put this thing inside this one? Yeah, that's what the one we are talking about. Okay. Can we have your sworn asset declaration? Asset declaration where the JP sign, yes. Income tax clearance. You said you are a teacher and leave of absence from your department or your school or radio. Okay. Your code of campaign ethics. Yeah. Did you sign it? Okay. party sponsorship letter. Sample of your photo and your symbol. Sample. Okay, let me symbol also. So we have now. If you go for the printing, this one is short to this one a little bit. Just you just tell the cameraman to make it of the same level size of this one, But it's okay. This one. Campaign itinerary, you have it. For campaign itinerary, we will call you probably after the nomination is completed. We'll call you a particular day, either yourself come or sign this place for me. This one also. Okay, Sammy. All your other documents are all intact and they are all correct. But now we have to wait for the outcome of this one that people nominate you. We are going to check them one after the other in our system for you to have the 300. If you have the 300, we will call you to come and collect your acceptance. If the 300 is also missing, we will also call you to come and make some ratification before the last day of the nominations. So tomorrow you can expect a call from us for the show. So meanwhile, we say congratulations and I thank you.
And my people behind me. The reason that motivated me to take part in the National Assembly election are numerous. One is that I feel that my people, that is the electorates in the Jara Central, needs a lot of empowerment, a lot of encouragement to be part of the economic development of this country, especially the women folk. So I feel that there's a need for me to represent them in the House so that I'll push their agenda in the House, in the National Assembly. And many other things like young Jara Central people who come from Jara Central need education, right education they need. And we need to also encourage our children who are from Jara Central to go to school, finish their educations, at tertiary level. And these are all part of things that motivated me to take part in the National Assembly election this year, 2022.
Last election, fully that UDP got the PDC.
Yeah.
So are you hopeful that this time around you're going to make it?
Yeah, very optimistic, of course. I contested last year and I lost PDC, but with a very small margin. And I believe this time around, we're going to counter that margin that left me behind. This time around, we are very much hopeful that we're going to make it. I'm going to be the National Assembly member elected, inshallah, come April.
Konko Regional IEC office. We are here to receive your nomination packs. As I call them, you can just give them one after the other. First, can I get your proof of your Gambian citizenship by either submitting your ID card, your voter's card, your passport, any of them? It's fine. Can you have the field document where you write your name, your village, where your residence, date of birth, and all that, where it is written in that form? Detach those one there. Detach that one. Your cash deposit or your deposit is being paid by your party already. We got the receipt of that one. Can we get your 300 nominees? Where the 300 people have signed? Check you don't have any other documents there. Okay, give it to her. Can you have your sworn asset declaration? Let's put here not applicable, just N stroke A, not applicable. Even here also put all of them, they are not applicable. So on any page where you have such yeah, okay. 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 Your income tax clearance. Leave of absence, not applicable to you. Code of campaign ethics. You sign it. Party sponsorship letter. You have a sample of photos. Symbol also. As a sample. Yeah, no, not to be just to be of the size of your. I'm sorry, your party is supplying this. So just make a one that is going to be of the same size with it. Yeah, how's this one, huh? Yeah, the same size. Do you have your campaign itinerary with you? Or you are not ready with that one? Hope you do not. Check whether you have that one. Even just a draft. That's okay. Something is. Honorable, all your other documents are all intact. They are all fine. But now it has to come from the pending, what we're going to find out from here, because we're going to check each and every nominees in our system there for you to have the 300. So if that one is, everything's okay, we'll give you a call maybe tomorrow for you to come and receive your acceptance. If it is also short, we'll also give you a call for you to go and make a remedy of it before the last day of it. So we want you to sign this part first. Likewise here. So, on that note, Honorable, you say congratulations to you for the receiving of your documents. All right, that's it. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
First question, the same question that been asked by Hero's colleagues. You have been in the assembly for 5 days.
Indeed.
You have been taken up the United Democratic Party.
Indeed.
Here today also you submitted with the interest of going back. What inspired you, or what motivated you to vie for a second term to make sure that we go back to the Assembly?
Okay, first of all, I would like to thank you and the rest of the media that are present here on this occasion. I think my motivation actually clearly comes from the people that are represented in Parliament, those very people who sent me into Parliament 5 years ago in 2017. So I think the trust and the confidence they bestowed on me, I have not betrayed them. I have served my 5-year term with diligence, with dedication, and with hard work. And the people who brought me to Parliament in 2017 are happy with the way I represented them in Parliament. I spoke for them. I represented them well in the Parliament, and I also represented my party very well in Parliament. So naturally, when the selection process came of this year, I automatically became their favored candidate. So in fact, for the sake of clarity, I want to tell you that no single candidate in my constituency stood up against me during the selection process in my party. And I was the sole candidate that went through the selection process at the party level in my constituency. No, why? Because my electorates felt, and indeed they know, that I represented very well. I represented their interests. I spoke for their interests. And they know I did what I was supposed to do.
Okay, you made mention of that you delivered to their expectation as the people who elected you to be at the Assembly. And you are vying again to go back. What are they going to expect from you in terms of communicating with them before you take their responsibilities at the Assembly? What more are they going to expect from you?
Well, first of all, I think we need to be clear that my people sent me to Parliament to speak for them, to participate in the law-making process, and to participate in every single function that National Assembly members are mandated to do. So in every single function that I'm mandated to do in the National Assembly, I represented my party and my constituents. Of course, if you ask me, what more am I going to do? Well, I will tell you that the first 5 years, during the course of the first 5 years, I have built a lot of experience. And I can tell you that when I go back to Parliament, my performance is going to be a lot more improved compared to the previous 5 years. When I went there in 2017, I was new. I didn't know anything, virtually anything about parliamentary work. But after having served the Parliament for 5 years, when I'm going back, I am going back with a load of experience. And that is going to add value, not only, that's going to add value to my work. Yeah. Yes. Well, first of all, let me thank the Almighty God for making me win in 2017. And I cannot tell you for sure where I'm going to win. It depends on the Almighty God. So what Allah wills will happen. But I'm upbeat. I'm confident. Inshallah. Yes.
Lamin Sane.
Yes.
Here, nomination.
Yes.
I think yesterday.
Yeah.
And he said, in your tenure, they cannot see anything. And being at the opposition, they don't Kiang East do not expect anything. And we know during the presidential election,
Yes.
a margin,
Yes.
a margin victory of UDP
Yes.
against NPP.
Yes.
How will you assure them?
Well, let me first of all respond to him. That is what they will say. Yes, that is what they will say, because one, they have no knowledge about the experience of parliamentary work. He doesn't know. So, and for me,
The politics of mudslinging, I don't entertain it. I'm not going to say anything against him. You know me. I'm not going to say anything against him. Let us just fight the fight in the battleground. Well, whether I represented my people well or not, the final result will speak for themselves. Yeah, if I didn't represent them well, it depends on my people. They will not vote for me. Let us see what will happen at the end of the polls. Yeah, yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable. I love that. Thank you, Master.
Welcome you to IEC Regional Office in Mansa Konko. We are here to receive your nomination pack one after the other. As we call them, you try to give them to us to verify them. Huh? First, can we have your proof of Gambian citizenship, either by voter's card or national identity card or passport? Any of them. That's fine. Okay. Keep them before. Now, can we have your document where you write your name, your okay. Your payment deposit 5,000 is already paid by the party. We have a receipt of that one with us. Can we have your 300 nominees? Can we have your sworn asset declaration? We have your income tax clearance. We have absent, applicability, politician, code of campaign ethics. Sorry. Party sponsorship letter. Symbol and photo. Okay, it's fine, but just the length, we want them to be of the same length. The same length. It's just a matter of adjusting with the logo, let them be of the same length. Huh? Yes, that's okay. So when you go for printing of more, then you can. Campaign itinerary. Okay, campaign itinerary, we will call you maybe in due course. When the nomination period is completed, we'll call you for you to come over, or your representative whom you trust, so that we can sit down. If we know the number of candidates who are contesting within the constituency, we all sit down, put our heads together to put up a composite campaign itinerary, so that we will not have any collusion, that we all agree on that one. Huh? Well, we'll give you a call. Time? 33, huh? Okay, Honorable, all your other particulars are all intact. They are all correct. Now we are going to wait for the outcome of these nominees because we are going to check each and every one of them in our system. We have a team behind us who are going to work on that. Before the end of the day or by tomorrow, we will let you know whether your 300 nominees is correct or is not correct. In case you are short, we will let you know to go and back to the field to make sure that you rectify the 300. If it is also correct tomorrow, we'll also call you for you to come and collect your acceptance letter. So I want you to sign this part for me. Okay, this one also, the same place. So on that note, I'll say congratulations to you, all right, for the support. Okay, all the best. Thank you, all right.
In the first place, I didn't agree that my party lost in any way, especially Jara West. And equally, I'm optimistic that I'm going back to my seat. By the grace of Allah. I'm going back to my seat. And my competitors also, let them try their best. Probably, come next time, they might be an MP. But for this time, I just want to let them keep trying. You have to keep trying until you reach to the point. But it's not easy to start it today and finish it today.
What will you say to your critics? Most people like
at the community radio regarding the interests of the constituency and the nation at large. So you are the best person to answer that question. But notwithstanding, it is difficult for people to understand what is the functions of a National Assembly. This must be understood before we point our finger to anybody. All the major projects that has been taking place from 2017 up to now, I am part and parcel of them. I can proudly say that I am part and parcel of them. Okay, Honorable, you made mention of whoever gets it is more efficient than the other. I think it depends to the background of your political ability. I am a proud UDP member who have been in this party for over 26 years, and I have the support in the area. I'm directly working with my people. I know what they need.
I think, in fact, this will answer part of the questions asked in the first time. I've done a lot for this constituency. I stand for the constituency and for the region at large. Time may not allow it, or if any of you wanted to know more about it, you can contact me on my personal number, and I will tell you what I have been doing, my number of participation that I'm doing for this constituency. And I'm so optimistic that come on the 9th, I'll be re-elected to be the National Assembly member for Jara West. Yes.
What other things do you have for?
If I get back to the National Assembly, it's going to be a continuation. Let me give you a critical example. I'm not proud to say it. No. Because it's the responsibility that I ask from my people. This road that connects Mansa Konko to Soma was not in the budget. The 2020 budget, it was not there. What was put there is between Mansa Konko and Pakalinding, which to me is a joke. The distance is less than 3 kilometers. How can you allocate that in a consequence? I openly tell the minister, Mansa Konko is our administrative center, but our business center is Soma. These two communities need to be connected. So if the road that you're going to construct in LRR or in Jara West in particular is going to be between Pakalinding and Mansa Konko, then you want to prepare that road so that the president can travel on it and sleep at Mansa Konko. I made a bitter debate on that, and I have many consultations with the minister and NRA as well. I am sure it has paid dividends. Now Mansa Konko is directly connected to Jara Soma. And things of that kind I've been doing for my constituency. I belong to many committees in the National Assembly. Sometimes this is why it's difficult for people to know, a layman to know what a National Assembly member is doing. That is a lot we do. I made 2 consultation meetings. The first one was sponsored by Future in Our Hand, and the other one is sponsored by Caritas. That's face-to-face that I've did in Jara Soma. Open face-to-face discussion. One was shortly before the budget, to get the input of the people. And the other one was concerned about the environmental issues, because I belong to the Environment Committee in the National Assembly. Yes, I have done some, and I am promising to do, or I am planning to do more in the coming 5 years. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you.
If you want to receive monies from UK, Europe, USA, Canada, Switzerland, and the rest of the world, Supersonic's money transfer has got you covered. With the largest payout network in the Gambia, you can now receive your monies anywhere you are, from Kartong to Koina, with less hassle. Yes! You can receive monies from your family and friends in UK, Europe, USA, Canada, Switzerland, and the rest of the world with our safe, secure, fast, and convenient service that offers you the largest selection of payout locations in the Gambia. Supersonic's money transfer. We are currently in 34 African countries and counting, giving you quality money remittance services that are second to none. Visit the Google Play Store or the Apple Store today to download the Supersonic's Money Transfer app and enjoy excellent money transfer services only with Supersonics.